Hi everyone, I'm Celeste. Welcome to my booktube channel, A Reader's Almanac with Celeste. Today is going to be a pretty quick video. I am just catching you up on two books that I read recently and giving you just sort of little impressions of those, like mini book reviews, but just very general. I'm not going to go into any depth with either of them. I'm just going to let you know what I thought of them. And then I am also going to be drawing the winners of the drawing that I did to celebrate my 2-year anniversary on BookTube. So without further ado, I had participated in a readathon that was started by Ellie of Ellie's Cozy Chronicles. I'll post her channel information down below. She makes lots of really nice cozy recommendations for your reading, so I will give you her information. But anyway, she did a reading challenge called Ladies in August, and it was to read women authors from the Victorian and from the Edwardian period. And so I had read several, and I'm going to talk about two of the books I read for that challenge. The first was The Circular Staircase, and that was by Mary Roberts Rinehart, and that was a mystery story. And Mary Roberts Rinehart wrote lots and lots of different types of books and did a lot of different kinds of writing. She wrote children's books. She was a World War I correspondent, which really interests me, and I'm really looking forward to reading some of her World War I correspondence because you know I'm a World War I/Great War fan. And then she was also a profound mystery writer, and her first very popular published mystery was called The Circular Staircase. I did get a copy of this, a paperback, from our local library, and I thought it was okay. It was written in a very old-fashioned, sort of sensationalist style. So it was one of those works popular at the time that employs a lot of exclamation points and a lot of gasping. So it's about a woman, an older woman named Rachel Innes, and she decides to rent out a country house for the summer. And her children are going to come visit her, but there are some nights that she spends alone there with just a very limited staff. And, you know, things go bump in the night, and pictures come off walls and fall to the floor, and windows slam open, and gusts of wind come in, and all of that sort of thing. And so it was a great deal of fun. Was it the best mystery I've ever read? No. So it was like the picture fell, exclamation point. I froze in fear, exclamation point. There was a face at the window, exclamation point. So it was quite sensationalist, a bit penny dreadful, but it was fun. And it introduced me a bit to her writing. One thing you can tell from this first attempt is that she does have the makings of being a good writer. And she has a good eye for detail. And so, and she also has a little bit of a cynical tone, which I appreciated for that time period. These were set, oh gosh, let's see. I want to say 1907. Let me just check here in my notes. 1908. So yeah, so it was quite early, and she has many, many mystery stories which have been republished, and so I would definitely like to try another Mary Roberts Rinehart book. I think I'll try one of the later ones and see how it compares. You know, I remember when I started reading Patricia Wentworth, I tried reading The Gray Mask, and that's the first mystery book. in a series, the Miss Silver series, and I didn't like it very much, but I did see that she was a good writer. And so then I tried Lonesome Road, and I liked that one. I didn't love it, but I liked it. It was a solid 3. And then I read The Chinese Shawl, and I really, really, really liked that, and I reviewed that one, I think, last February or March. So maybe it will be the same with Mary Roberts Rinehart, you know, that the first one I appreciate but didn't love necessarily. But anyway, so that was The Circular Staircase. And then the other book I read for this challenge was Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day, and that is by Winifred Watson. This is the beautiful, beautiful Persephone edition. Look at that. You could buy it just for the cover alone, but this was good. I know this is sort of a favorite or darling on BookTube, and I really liked it. I would give it a solid 3.5 stars out of 5. I thought that it was funny. There's a great deal of humor. I love Winifred Watson's sense of humor. For those who don't know, it is the story of Miss Pettigrew who must find work, and she's desperate to feed herself and keep a roof over her head. And she's had numerous unsuccessful positions as a governess, and finally gets a notice to go to a woman's house, and it's sort of her last chance. And it becomes kind of like a Cinderella story, and all of the events do take place in one day. It's almost a crazy dream, almost, the things that happen in this story. It's very funny, it's very fast-paced. It only took me 2 days to read it, so I divided it into 2 sittings, and it just went really fast. And it has wonderful, wonderful illustrations in it. I don't know if these are like the original illustrations, but they're just marvelous. I think they're so funny, and they come with little captions. So yeah, I think she's a really good writer. I like her wit. And I really enjoyed it, and it made me curious about the movie that came out, Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. And so those were all the things I enjoyed about it. I will say it is a bit racist. It's typical for the time period that it was written in. I will add that most of that is in the first part of the book. So if you do sort of plow through that and keep going, it's not that bad later on, but there is quite a bit of off-putting commentary in the beginning by Miss Pettigrew, actually things she's thinking in her head, but I would say you really do get an evocative picture of the era. It's very amusing, it's light, it's romantic, it's happy. I'm not sure if I believe the ending, but then, like I said, it's sort of a Cinderella story, so you have to sort of suspend your disbelief and just allow yourself to accept the ending that happens. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who has not read it. I did watch the movie after I read the book, and I enjoyed the movie. The movie gave more depth to the characters. I liked the character of Karen Hines and some of the others. I think it was Amy Adams. So yeah, it was fun. And now it is time to pick the winner or winners of the 2-year anniversary drawing. I've been on BookTube for 2 years, and in my video last week, I did celebrate that with you. Yay! And I decided to mark the occasion just by doing a few cute little giveaways. So one of those was a pie caddy that you could carry a pie in. And then there was also like my little notebooks that I like to make, my little notebooks that have kind of a harvest or sunflower or farm theme, and they're just things like little grocery list pads and things like that. And I held up several of those last time, so if you want to see them, you can check out the video from last week, and I'll post that down below as well. And then additionally, I also had 3 or 4 of these lovely little poetry chapbooks, which you can send instead of a card through the mail, and they all have just like 10 poems, and they're all on lots of different subjects: clouds, horses, ice skating, walking. And so this particular one is 10 poems about childhood, so that is one of the choices if you are a winner. And then sort of at the last moment, I decided to add this book because I do have an almost new extra copy of this book. It is a used book, but it is in like new condition. And so it is called Louisa on the Front Lines by Samantha Steipel. This is a really good book, and if you're interested in Little Women or in Louisa May Alcott's life, this is her time during the American Civil War, and a lot of it served as the basis for Little Women. And it's just such a fascinating slice of life, and tells about when Louisa worked as a war nurse. And yeah, it was a brief time in her life, but this is just so packed with information. It's wonderful. And this is a hardcover, so that is also an option. And I was going to choose just one winner, but I decided to choose 2. And I've split the colors of the paper into 2 different colors. And what I decided I would do is draw one winner who is a subscriber who is a booktuber or has a channel where they produce some sort of content. And then the other one will be a viewer who does not have their own booktube or other kind of YouTube channel, but they are a subscriber and a viewer, just so that, you know, just for fun. So I'm going to draw one of each, and so there will actually be 2 winners. Now, if you are one of the winners, you will need to email me, and my email is listed on my channel page, and if you look at more information, you will get my email address there. I think it's celestecov7@gmail.com, and you will need to email me and give me a mailing address for me to send your prize to, and also tell me which one you would like. In the event of a situation where both of you choose the same thing, it might be useful to give me like a second choice of another thing you wouldn't mind receiving. And I'm not forcing anyone to receive my notebooks or anything like that. I have no ego about it whatsoever. So if you're interested in one of the prizes, great. If you're not, that's okay too. I'm just trying to celebrate and do something kind of fun. So let me choose 2 names here. So the first one, of course, I used a jar that I can't get my fingers into. Okay, I got one here. Michael McCarty. Michael McCarty is a subscriber and a viewer, so congratulations, Michael. You are one of the winners, so please send me an email. And then I will choose one more. Trying to mix them up a little bit. Okay. And this is Heather at WaterBearReads. Heather is also a subscriber, and Heather has her own great channel. Please do check it out as well. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, so we have Michael McCarty and we have Heather from WaterBearReads. Congratulations to both of you. Please get in touch with me in the next week if you could via email. And I'm really psyched to send you one of the prizes. And thank you for your viewership. Thanks to everyone who watches. You all are winners in my book. So yeah, it really means a lot to me. I love it when you guys reach out and click like and comment. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you're going to enjoy the end of summer, and I hope you have some super plans for it. I think this weekend we're headed off along Lake Ontario. We're going to take kind of a family drive along the southern edge of the lake and go as far as we can go and try to see some beaches along the way, some little amusement parks. We'll probably stop for ice cream or something like that. And I hope you have some great plans as well as we approach Labor Day here in the United States. So have a great weekend, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.